Okay, so when I've just washed my hair, I sort of towel dry it as much as I can, and then I sort of just flip my head over and just blow dry it like upside down so it gives it the most volume. And then once it's pretty much dry, I put it in sort of like a half up quiff sort of thing with like clips, just so it like sets like this, so then it gives me a little bit more volume as well. So top tip. So yeah, and then I sort of take these out, so you can see it's giving me like quite nice volume like already. So what I do is I section off the bottom half, so sort of like going from like the top of my ear going back, and then I just clip that away. And then I sort of like part it down the middle and bring them forwards. So the curling wand I'm going to be using is this one by Whitney Marie. They have so many different like hair straighteners, curling tons, hair accessories, you name it, on their website, so I'll leave it linked down below. But this is the one I'm going to be using. It's one of my favourites actually. So you turn it on at the bottom, you sort of like hold it down. Got to turn the plug on first. That'd be helpful. So you hold the button down at the bottom, and then you sort of like set the temperature to however you want to set it, and then obviously wait for as long as you can until you use it, because you want the iron to be as hot as possible. Pinky, come here. Pinky, little boy. The lights are too bright for him. Okay, so now that the wand is nice and hot, you want to section off your hair. So I take about that much, so not too much, not too small, because you don't want the curls to be nice and tight. So then when I take the wand, I sort of put it behind me because I want the curls to go away from my face. So I put it behind me and then wrap the hair around the wand, and then I sort of leave the end out because that's what makes it look nice and natural. And then I leave it on there for about 30 seconds. And then I sort of, when I bring it out, I keep the curl in my hand, and then I sort of just like pinch it so it kind of cools down in the curl, if that makes any sense. Like something just landed on my back. I don't know what it does. So just sort of like scrunch it a little bit until it's nice and cool, and then let it go. So then you got that curl. I try and do it as tight as possible to start with, one, because my hair just does not hold a curl to save its life, and by the time when I'm finished, I sort of give it a nice shake, and then it all goes nice and beachy like. So then again with the second section, same sort of amount of hair, and then again bringing it to like around the back, and then wrap it around the wand, leaving out the end, and then I'll sort of just rest my finger on one of the bits of hair just so I know how hot it's getting. And then again, let it go and let it shake out into your hand, so it's like that, and then scrunch it, make sure it's not too hot for your hand, obviously. Just do that until it's like, it doesn't have to be cold, just a little bit cooler, and then you let it go, and then you get your curl, and then I just sort of push it to the back. So around the back, around the wand, leaving the end out. Scrunch it. And there you go. And then you got, that's like your first layer of curls. So then for the other side, give it another brush through. it's important that you do brush your hair all the way through as well. It just makes the curls look a lot smoother. So again, take a section from the back. I always start from the back going forwards. I just find it easier, so I can just like throw the hair over my shoulder. So again, about that much section. And then, so I take it in my other hand. Again, I take it round the back and then wrap it going away from my face, around the wand, leaving out the end, and then holding it like that. Let it go in your hair, and then scrunch it. I've actually been holding these for about 20 seconds, not 30. So obviously depends on how hot you've got your curling iron as well, depending on how long you want to hold it for. So letting that cool, and then let it go. And then you got your curl there. I have to like sit up because my hair's so long. And then this one I'll just break in half. Next section, around the back. Pulling it away from my hair around the wand. Leaving the end out. The front sections I normally don't curl for as long, just because they're normally like thinner sections, as I've got just like thinner hair around the front anyway. So I normally don't hold it for as long as I do like the other pieces. Scrunch it up. And then so when that's all done, I sort of bring it all back to the front. So it's like that. And then getting the other section, I push that all to like the back, so I've got nothing laying on here, so I know exactly what's been curled and what hasn't been curled. So I'm just gonna grab another section. So the first one was literally just above sort of my ear, and this one will be sort of like in the middle of the top of my head and then like that first section. So I'll just grab it pretty much just like there, like high temple area, and then bring it right to the back and clip that up again. And then I sort of make sure I've got all the straight hair at the back, and then I sort of just like, so you can see, I like pick it up and then I push all the curled sections to the back, and then while I'm keeping hold of it, I sort of part it down the centre and then bring those two bits to the front and then brush it, so I know that none of this hair's been curled. And then again, for some reason I always start with this side, but starting with the back section, taking about that much, again going around the back, curling it round the wand, leaving the end out.
It's a dangerous fantasy, sets me free. It's where I wanna be. She sets me free. It's where I wanna be. She sets me free. It's where I wanna be. And her hair goes like a lighter in the wind, and I lose my senses, baby. It gets under my skin when she speaks. She's all I ever need. She sets me free. It's where I wanna be.
So then when I get to the last section, I leave all my hair to the back, all the curled hair to the back, and then I take it out, and then I sort of just get the tangle teaser and brush it forwards, and then I sort of want all of this back section to go backwards, so I section off a back piece like that, and then I sort of get all this hair, just sort of twist it and clip it. Beautiful. And then I just give it one more brush, and then I take the wand, put it right sort of quite close to the root because I just want that lift, and then I sort of bring it around the wand again, also leaving the end out, and then take it out again, keep it hold of it, and then I just let that rest going backwards. And then because I like to have my hair in a middle parting, I sort of section it down the middle as best as I can, and then sort of bring it to the side, and then if I see that it needs to go over a bit more, that's alright. It's a little off centre, but I don't mind that. Take the back section, and then again go around the back, curl it backwards. And you got that curl, push it to the back, and then I sort of like the last section. Obviously I've got like a bit of a long fringe, so I kind of just take as much of that fringe out as possible, and then just curl obviously the rest of the long part backwards. And then with the fringe, I take the section and then I just wrap it quite far away from each other. So I want this to be like really nice and soft, I don't want it to be tight. I sort of leave it on there for not as long, just go backwards and forth a little bit, scrunch it, just so it's like that, but that will settle down. So then when I've curled everything, I sort of just like run my hands through it and sort of just like shake it out a bit, not too much, just so I just want to get that sort of tightness out of it, and then sort of bring it forwards, shake it out just as much as you want it to be shooken out, if that's even a word. That's how I curl my hair. And then I don't normally tend to put hairspray in my hair just because I don't like the stickiness of it, but if I was to go out I'd probably spray like the ends just to give it a bit of like texture, or put some like dry oil in there just to like make it nice and beachy and sort of separates the curls a little bit more. But yeah, that's literally how I do it. So it is really, really nice and simple. I tend to curl my hair with a wand just because, again, it gives you that more effortless waves. You can sort of do them as tight or as loose as you want them to be. If you was to curl your hair with a hair straightener, for me those curls are just too tight. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you learned something, learned some new tricks. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you did, and please don't forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget about my giveaway that's going on. It's all the information is on my previous video, so I'll leave the link down below. I am going to be giving away the Nicole Guerrero Glow palette. Still so obsessed with it, and I'm so excited that I'm going to be giving it away. So yeah, like I said, all the details are in the previous video that I've done, so I'll leave that linked down below. So yeah, like I said before, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and learned something new. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you did, and please don't forget to subscribe.
It's a dangerous fantasy, sets me free to where I wanna be. She sets me free to where I wanna be. She sets me free.